Well, another morning. Seems reasonably straight, so I don't need to do anything. Well, this part's finished. But that end isn't. Two important jobs to do today. One is to work out the tile size. We can see right over there at the end, you've got these Verge tiles, call them what you want. But they actually have to sit on a high part. According to the paperwork, that part there is flush with the barge board and not the end rafter. Barge board is about 1 inch conwood, and there'll be about another 10mm small batten going on, so I have to work out how many tiles per course, so the actual roof works out as tile size, which, as I say, this is why this has not been extended until I work out that. So that's one job that's got to be done, and then the second is those long steel box sections. It's got to be released and slid 1 meter to the left to support the end column or the beam. Anyway, I'm very tired. Mixture of aircon on and off and everything else during the night, and too hot, too cold. Anyway, this box is there, it's just got to be braced up. That little box there is ready to go, it's got steel work inside it. But might as well pull that little one and that one and the tail end of that beam all in one shot. So this beam's only had a couple of days. 48 hours ago it was poured. Normally I'd leave the shuttering in place for at least 4 days, but time doesn't permit. You just have to crack on with what needs to be done, because once that one's poured, 2 days time, I can take those steels out and place them over there. No workers. My assistant's still asleep. The one thing I've noticed over the years is the available guys who are willing to work is diminished to 0 now. They've basically headed off to Bangkok with a guaranteed 6-7 days working a week and a reasonable wage, where in the countryside I have noticed that there's not many building projects going on. There's a town over that direction about 10 minutes away, and there's another town over that direction which is about 20 minutes away, and in both towns there's very little building work going on. So either there's a shortage of work, or there's just not the guys to do the work. And none of the builders, well, I'm going back 2 or 3 years, were particularly interested in doing this job. One quoted actually silly money to do it. I mean really seriously silly money. And the other couple of guys kind of, no, we're too busy or can't be bothered, I don't know. But there's certainly a shortage of skilled labour around here. You know, the guys are either zero skills or they might know a little bit about sticking blocks together or, well, but no, I have probably over the last 4 years tried most of the, let's say, the local, what was then the local labour, and besides, let's say, almost zero skills, zero tools, and say quite a few just would do one day and not come back simply because they wanted to do everything the easy way, not the Falang way. And like this little house here, this was all done the easy way, and it has no foundations. That was the easy way to do it. Who needs foundations? Can't see foundations, and you can see. I'll try and put the camera down a bit. The shape of the roof. So the front end is already settled. Probably, I guess, about 3 inches because no foundation is lack of. And the back end here, the sink has gone down maybe 1 inch. And where I'm standing right now was a very, very small kitchen and a bathroom, and that has settled or subsided 1 inch according to the cracking that's where the extension joined the house. That's why it got demolished. And even this neighbour's house, their back extension, which is kitchen and bathroom, the wall that was joining that to the house had a crack in it that was 2.5 inches wide at the top. So the back wall of the extension had gone down at least 2 inches. Like I say, there, who needs foundations? Foundations on this part are down into the ground 2.5 meters. So these columns here, already 2.5 meters into the ground, another 2.5, 3 meters up to first floor, another 2.5 meters to there, and this column will have another 2 meters and a bit plonked on top. So hopefully subsidence is not a problem, but the ground conditions is silt, and even with the holes which we dug, I had a couple of guys do it, and they were just keen for the exercise. I mean, they did an excellent job, so I can't complain. But you jump into the hole 2.5 meters down with a big heavy timbers to use as a ram, and yes, you could compress the silt at the bottom of the hole by 1.5 inches. So the bottom of the holes were compacted. So there's still no guarantees that the house won't sink, but hopefully it will sink as a constant, even rate. So it's not as if the back of the house will sink quicker than the front of the house. But anyway, I'm not bothered about subsidence. As I say, I've done what I can, and we move on from there. But yes, good foundations, and hopefully what's up on top of them will last. Unfortunately, as I say, this proper I have to make a new pin. It's got to go just inside there. I do have a little bit of high carbon steel, high tensile strength. So I don't know why, but I seem to be losing nuts, and nobody. There's one missing there. Oh, it's still only one. Sorry, I thought it was two missing, but anyway. And I've got paperwork out for. I don't know if you could see this. There's that one there. You can see they've got the metal rafter, and you've got to take into account the thickness of the barge board and any kind of batten you're going to put on, any decoration, and that denotes where the tile finishes to the outside because of those ones there. They're the birch tile. I can't remember if when the tile comes in I might have to round. I think I'd grind something off. Right, there's one there. And where's the tile? Find a tile that's easy to get to. There we go. So that will go like that. As I say, you can see we might have to, once it's all done and dusted, I might end up having to just round off a little bit there with a grinder just to get those to sit properly. But they are very well made, these tiles. Even when you look, and you can see how thin the concrete is on that corner, but they beef it up at the ends. Oop. Haven't had one break, and they say the tiles are quite tough. Seems strange thinking about the tiles when the even the basics of the roof, or the support of the roof isn't even built. But anyway, I suppose now it's going to be a case of just doing one little job at a time. Move that steel, calculate how long or how wide the roof's going to be to suit the tiles, and brace that box up, concrete the one that's over there, concrete that one, and hopefully concrete the end over there, and that will do for today. And as you can see, it's a blue sky, so it's going to be hot, and everything's still wet from the rain from the last couple of days, so it's going to be humid and sticky. Not what, very uncomfortable. Okay, bye for now.